welcome to Math with Dotun, where math is simple, fun, and practical. Now we're talking about changing percentages to decimal fractions, right? Okay, so easy peasy. We start with 50% again, like we did with the fraction, right? And then remember that the percentage symbols mean divided by 100 out of 100, right? So this is 50 out of 100, okay, 50 over 100 as a fraction. Then since we are taking this to decimal, easy peasy, we just use a jumping system, right? So how do we move the point? Every whole number has the point after the unit. That's where the point is in 50. And since we are dividing 50 by 100, we have two zeros. Two zeros, 1, 2, right? That means you're going to move the point backward to the left, move the point to the left 2 times. So we'll go 1, 2. So here we have the point now, and then we'll put another 0 outside. So that is 0.50. Okay, and then even 0.5 because the 0 after is not really significant for now. Right, so that's 0.5. I hope that is clear. So let's say we have 7%. 7% is 7% per 100. So we're going to write as 7. The point is always after the unit. Okay, and then because we are dividing by 100, we are moving that point to the left, moving it backward 2 times because 100 has 2 zeros, right? So we move 1, 2. So the point is now here, and then we have an empty mountain. So we put a 0 inside the mountain, and then put another 0 outside the point, and that is 0.07. So 7% is 0.07. Okay, and then from there, through practice, you could just understand that when you have a single unit as a percentage, 8%, 3%, 5%, 6%, 9%, 1%, the answer is going to be 0.0 that unit. Do you understand that? Okay? If you have 3%, 0.03, 4%, 0.04, 5%, 0.05, 1%, 0.01, right? Okay, so when you have a single unit, it's going to be 0.0 that unit. Okay, I will take 9% and then I'll show you again so you understand what I'm saying. So 9% is 9 over 100, right? So we're going to write a 9. We have the point after the unit. Then we'll move it 2 times because we have 2 zeros. We're dividing by 100. So 10, 100. Alright, so we'll put a point here. And then the empty mountain, we add a 0. And then outside the point, we put 0. And that will be 0.09. Okay. Is that clear? Fantastic. And then if you have a 2-digit number, like you already see here, so the point is just after the 2 digits. So 50%, then 0.50. Sorry, there's nothing like 0.50 because this is not 50, right? It's a decimal number, right? So this is not 5 tenths, so you can't call it 50. So that's just a 0.50, right? Okay, so if you have 2-digit number, to convert it to decimal, just put the point after or before the number, rather. Just put the point before the number. So let's say we have 35%. Okay, 35%. I just put the point before 35. That will be 0.35. 45%, 0.45. 32%, 0.32. 36%, 0.36. 58%, 0.58. 99%, 0.99. Alright, so converting percentages to decimals is straightforward, easy. But you need to practice this to understand why, okay? And that's one of the reasons why I don't really teach tricks, right? Because the understanding you have today will help you tomorrow. Okay, there are procedures you learn today, you wouldn't need to learn them tomorrow. Okay, but if you just go through tricks and then you're learning tricks, you get to where you really need to apply the procedure, then you don't even know why you're doing what you're doing, and you're lost. Alright, so minimize your use of tricks. Okay, and as you're learning tricks, also try to learn the procedure. Why? Okay, why are we doing it this way? Okay, alright. So that is it for changing percentages to decimals. If you have a single unit percent, like 5%, 0.05, right? Why? Because you're dividing that 5 by 100, and that means you're moving that point twice. So you have 0.05. If you are dividing 2 digits percentage, let's say 25% by 100, so that would be 0.25, right? Because you moved over 5 and 2, so 0.25. So for 2 digits, the point will be behind the number. So 0.33, 0.55, 0.68, 0.99. Okay, for 1 digit, 0.01 digit. Okay, as simple as that. For 3 digits, what will it be? Please tell me in the comments. So let's say I have rare cases 128%. So this means this is more than a group already. Alright, so 128%. What will it be? Alright, thank you. Bye.